maybe even simple grabbing a few kills with that AK could be massive. But again, no armor means aim punch is a big issue. Be able to take this, will he actually be able to survive? You can see the PENTA Sports player tightening the noose on Simple, and yet again he's left alone versus 4 players and it's shot down. Well done by kRYSTAL, just to add a bit extra cash for him to be able to buy that AWP. But well done, PENTA, secure 3-0.
Yeah, they found Simple in the end. Tried to hide and hold on to that AK-47. Just wasn't meant to be, and this is it now for HellRaisers. This is their chance. Realistically, on a CT-sided map like Mirage, it does you a world of good when you are on the terrorist side to win your pistol and rack up an early 3-0 lead. If you can capitalise on it, of course, because really, you're not really expected to rack up more than 5 or 6 rounds altogether. So PENTA, you can argue, have already so early on in this half gotten half the job done. Oskar feels that there's going to be something in the apps area. See you later, tahsiN. He's going to get AWP'd with the big green gun in the hands of Oskar. And PENTA Sports, well, they're marching on. The bomb's heading towards the A bomb site. But it's going to be difficult to execute unless they can get one more frag. And kRYSTAL is going to find the kill. And now he can wrap round jungle and get behind the HellRaisers defense.
That AWP was such a massive investment for that HellRaiser side. But they're still alive. 3 versus the 2. As Spiidi and Strugs are last 2 alive. The rotate coming in from the kUcheR side. And A will get planted already. Not too shabby for PENTA Sports already, as you were saying, half the way in the job. And double kill with the nade. Kobe smiles on the shoulders of Strugs, and this is the real Strug right now. What can Simple do? He's every single time staying alive and alone versus all of these players from PENTA. 2 left alive. There's one on the back of the set. He's trying to play the 1 versus 1, but the angles, the wraparound, too strong for him. Simple will make the wise decision of just backing off and waiting for a last kill here and there for an exit frag. But that'll be the end of the round. Well done, PENTA, a 4-0.
Yep, and there are some people who are asking with regards to who has actually chosen Mirage. Mirage is actually PENTA's map choice. So, looking solid for them so far. HellRaisers, on the other hand, not much to work with. Bar Simple, of course, who saved that AK-47 and that small bit of armor from the last round. But maybe, just maybe, he can work a bit of his magic and be the difference. Phenomenal kill from tabseN, even up against Oskar. And now tahsiN knows that there is the jumping scout towards the back of the B bomb site. Are PENTA going to try and avoid them? Are they going to try and head over towards the A bomb site? They might as well when Spiidi's popping heads left, right and centre. They know kUcheR's left on his own. Surely he won't make it a double with this Desert Eagle, who's picked up an AK-47 now. Are they going to make him pay the price? So far, so not. kUcheR with 3 kills so far. It's him versus kRYSTAL and Strugs in a 1 versus 2. Can he do it?
Well, this is pretty much the world collapsing. PENTA had such a massive advantage, but kUcheR single-handedly taken out 3 players. This is starting to get more and more expensive for PENTA. All of these rounds have ended in a victory, but they have been so expensive for the German side. And now HellRaisers, kUcheR being flashed off. He's going to save up that AK. A wise choice indeed. Kit as well in hand. A Deagle as well. Not too bad of a decision. Not too bad of a round. And PENTA apparently have some TS issues, but all shall be fixed, as this round is pretty much done and done. PENTA 5-0, and somebody called a 5-0 because seriously, the Germans right now are feeling pretty darn good. We were talking about this a couple of rounds ago. Big 7 rounds. That's pretty darn good as a ceiling when you're playing on the T side.
They are. I mean, I'm not going to lie. HellRaisers have had a few rounds where they've come close. I think kUcheR did phenomenally that last round to get 3 kills. And really, he shouldn't have got those final 2 because the call should have come in with regards to where he actually was positioned. And the PENTA players towards connector and mid should have been prepared. But you can't help but feel sorry for HellRaisers. They lost the pistol. They lost the second round, failed to build up an economy, lost the first gun round. And now this is Counter-Strike for you, even though this is a CT-sided map. You've got to win that first round. You've got to break that constant free fall of your economy, because when you're up against these AK-47s, there really isn't much you can do with only pistols. And HellRaisers, this is, again, their chance now. They finally got weapons to use. They need to try and break the economy of the T's, win 2 or 3 consecutive rounds, force the T's back onto an eco. As things currently stand, Penta Sports are having a field day with 5 rounds on the T side of Mirage.
Already a fantastic spot for Penta to be in, obviously. The HellRaisers, if they're unable to do any damage in this round, I fear this will be spiraling out of control for the CIS team. Again, if you're playing that CT side, as you were saying, if you're unable to put those Ts on an eco, if you're unable to win 2 or 3 consecutive rounds, all your work is worthless. You can't just go the Fnatic way that was just as we saw at the Gfinity Champion of Champions when you were casting there. You know, where Fnatic would actually win a round, then lose one, then win one, then lose one on the CT side. They never had a good enough economy to continue, and this might be exactly what we're seeing here from HellRaisers, as PENTA is saying, having a field day at this point.
Yeah, I wonder how it would be going if HellRaisers had their full-on proper lineup. I feel like a map like Mirage would really suit a player like Mu. He's such a phenomenal sniper, AWPer, and he's brilliant with the scout as well. I remember casting him before he even joined HellRaisers, when he was a part of the Kazakhstani national team. tahsiN is going to chime in with the headshots towards Angel. Very, very unlike Angel to be so complacent. STYKO, however, catches Spiidi as he tries to breach through a ramp. And oskar may have gone unnoticed on short, lands the AWP bullet into the chest of tabseN. And at the moment, it's kills galore.
Yeah, it's pretty much a skirmish 1-1, but tahsiN is not set at all. He turns around and makes it again a 3-3. kRYSTAL moving up with the AWP from behind, takes the head off of kUcheR, and here's tahsiN moving up on the A side. One coming round from CT, trying to go for the wraparound here, HellRaisers, but with a 3 versus 2 situation. They get 3v1. Strugs is on fire right now, and he will be spitting fire all the way to CT, and that bomb will get planted on the edge for
This is it.
We'll get on zone.
Simple to save the round at least. But the plant is perfect. All PENTA need to do is basically retreat towards connector and jungle. Simple's not really going to be able to defuse out in the open, and tahsiN has gotten straight behind him, so even when Simple retreats, he's going to walk straight into his crosshair, and there it is, Kalashnikov bullet between his eyes. Simple will hit the floor, and PENTA will march forward into a 6-round lead here on the terrorist side of Mirage. You predicted 2-1 to HellRaisers. I predicted 2-1 to HellRaisers. You predicted 2-0 to HellRaisers. But PENTA Sports are giving HellRaisers a run for their money here on Mirage. They've impressed me, they really have. And finally, HellRaisers have a bit of money to work with. They've lost so many rounds that oskar's going to pick up that AWP, gets the kill at mid. And HellRaisers, they can't allow PENTA to even this at 4 versus 4. They need to get the next kill. And Simple does exactly that, but Spiidi returns it, and it's frags being traded all over the map.
For now, trying to pull back from Supermarket. He spots the off, he takes down kRYSTAL, and he spots the second as well. That's the bomb in position, and it's going to be rotating on that A side. 4 versus 2. This is very, very good for HellRaisers, but Spiidi taking down STYKO. This is not good at all. oskar refragging, missing a final flick, and that is suddenly extremely expensive for HR. They have put so much into this round, but finally Angel will save the day. As you say, an angel from heaven at this point for HellRaisers, because they will really literally need to raise hell to come back into this. 6-1 for PENTA, but HellRaisers cannot afford to lose a second round, and STYKO actually going for a max 7 buy. This is extremely interesting.
HellRaisers, they've got to keep the pressure on now, no doubt about it. PENTA, they've got these AK-47s, significantly cheaper as well. Angel went towards underground to try and get the cheeky early frag, and STYKO with a chance to capitalize, and there it is, the Swag 7 into action. Spiidi is going to hit the floor, and HellRaisers again find themselves with this one-man lead. They need to hold on to this one-man lead. You've gotten that first frag on the CT side. Fall back now, keep your distance, play more passive, especially now that STYKO has the AK-47. He can afford to do that as opposed to playing with the Mag 7, but somehow tahsiN made his way into connector. Fortunately though, kUcheR was awake, but questions need to be asked of the HellRaisers defense. How on earth did tahsiN manage to even sneak in there?
And that is already sending shivers across everybody from PENTA as they push in, they take down 2, and they have a complete opener on the side. Still STYKO on Palace. He's trying to watch the rotate coming down on A. Moving to window room. He might be able to catch one off, but no Strugs. Insta headshot as he turns around. And this is fantastic for PENTA. 3 versus 2. 56 health for Strugs, 11 on tabseN, barely hanging on there. It's gonna be a struggle here.
Will be, but I don't think they realise exactly where STYKO is hiding. He will even things up. 2 versus 2, but kRYSTAL says no. What a shot from him. See you later, Simple. And now STYKO is the man of the moment. It's all up to him now to try and clutch things. He knows that bomb has to get planted over towards a B bomb site. There were only 2 seconds left, and he's going to try... How's he going to go? He's going to try and push through short, go towards window room and sneak around the back of CT spawn. This could work well for him if he can get the kill onto the Penta player towards the bench area and leave kRYSTAL isolated in the kitchen on his own. But bless him, he's looking left, he's looking right. He just can't find any of these Germans. He's going to try and fake the defuse to force them out. But nah, they can't find each other. There's the first from STYKO, but he's not got enough time, Milosh.
Well done. That was a bit of a crazy one at the end there, but definitely Penta able to set HellRaisers back, and look at that cash. That is nothing to really work with. When you're playing that CT side, if you're unable to land, 2-3 rounds in a row, even 2 rounds in a row,
your economy resets.
Pretty much.
You win your round, fail to win the next one, you find your economy flushed down the toilet again, and they're paying the price now. I hate to say it's been a very one-sided game. I really feel like HellRaisers have the quality required to turn this around, but I think the fact they're playing with 2 stand-ins and judging by what we've seen from them so far, I'm not too sure they're taking this one seriously.
Even though they are the team to win, probably in probability and just overall skill and experience to take this here, HR, but still Penta are really, I don't want to say they're plowing through them, because the scoreboard tells you a different story from what it actually is, because Penta's rounds, other than maybe a couple that were full saves from HellRaisers, were pretty much a struggle to actually go for it. 3 at a minimum, 2-3 players falling every single round, not really good. You can see still when they're up 8-1, their cash situation is not amazing, which is what you would really expect in this situation. But there you go, Penta eyeballing that B site.
Yeah, they're sending kRYSTAL there with the AWP as well, so I think they know that there could be a scout playing from the truck area, try to get the entry frag, but it's not going to happen. The smokes are going to be lobbed right over the building, and they're trying to find the last line of defense here, who is Simple. He's gone completely unnoticed, hiding in the smoke. kUcheR chimes in with a double, and Simple with the knife kill. See you later, Strugs, and HellRaisers are on the verge of winning this round in bizarre fashion, unless tahsiN can clutch. He's going to get 3, but STYKO from the A bomb site shuts him down. And what holy Gaben, that was a round and a half.
3, that was 4 players falling apart on the B side almost immediately, just because HellRaisers, they were in a stressful situation, but they had calm communications, and they came in, they got the 4 frags in a row. That last 3K was pretty much lucky as hell from tahsiN. Other than that, it was perfect execution on the defense for HellRaisers, but this is the round where they need to play this one out. Remember, Penta have nothing in this full execution buy, and HellRaisers need to take this. And here's frag number 1 from STYKO on to Spiidi to open it up here. First blood of round 11.
tabseN finds the door to unlock connector, at least, where Penta have actually had a fair bit of success mounting attacks towards the A bomb site. Simple changing things round over towards B, actually going aggressive towards short, gets himself a kill. And now HellRaisers, they've got a 2-man advantage, Milosh. Can they hold on to it? That is the question at the moment.
Well, they will. It seems like it, unless Strugs can pretty much ace this. I don't really see this turning around at all, and he's in a very, very awkward position and situation, because he has Angel coming around from behind. They know exactly where it is, and there you go. Angel will just clean this one up. No casualties on the CIS HellRaisers side, and this is as perfect as it gets for them, because now Penta are in eco. Finally, it took so much time to actually break that German economy, but it finally happened, and HellRaisers will need to go full on crazy mode to actually win this one back.
Yeah, for sure, but it makes you wonder, has the damage already been done? I mean, the best HellRaisers can really hope for is going into the second half, still 8-7 down, but Wow, nice deagle kill coming in from tahsiN, but I'm not sure it's going to be enough to save the day. STYKO is going to get a headshot, and yeah, the fire should hold back the Germans, and I think they're just going to try and YOLO push and brute force a bomb plant here. If they do that, then it'll be a pretty decent round for them. They'll get the small financial boost.
Oh, we'll see if they can actually go for them, but look at STYKO. Perfect aim there. And can he go for the ace? No, it's going to be stolen from kUcheR at the end, but nicely done. You really don't expect anything out of this. And PENTA, already with 8 rounds up, I don't think they're too sad. But what they're trying to do right now is not give HellRaisers any ground to actually build off of it in the second half on Rush. Obviously, winning that pistol round would be massive if PENTA can actually do it on the second half. But still, we have 3 rounds to finish before this one goes into the second half. The bomb is still in Team Main. 2 players up in Palace, and STYKO is actually going a bit more aggressive than what you would think. He might have actually caught on to this. He will hear a bit of information, and here is frag number 1. PENTA will open it up, and this is a bit more difficult for HellRaisers now, since they don't have the amount of manpower to actually go for good control. But Angel immediately refragging on Palace. They're trying to keep it 4-4. This is the minimum that HellRaisers can do it.
4-on-4. Angel holding this A-bomb site. I think he may have just spotted a glimpse of one of these German PENTA players. Smoke goes down towards the steps, and there it is. tahsiN with the AK-47 frag onto Angel, but kUcheR will avenge the death of his teammate. s1mple's waiting underground. They're literally millimeters from each other. He will get the kill, and kUcheR will get his second. Can he make it a hat-trick? He definitely can. And this is more like the HellRaisers we're used to seeing. But again, has the damage already been done? That is the question. If I was on this PENTA side, knowing that this was my map pick as well, that I'm guaranteed going into the more favoured CT half with the lead, I'd still be pretty happy at this point. But fingers crossed HellRaisers do manage to make it 8-7, because we don't want to see a one-sided game. We want to see, you know, an even game come the second half.
At 10-5 would definitely be a terrible scoreline for HellRaisers. Oh my god, though, tahsiN and kRYSTAL, how do you do this? tahsiN twice in this game has been able to hit deagle shots through the smoke. This is a bit crazy here, but that is a full Tech9 play from PENTA Sports. No armor at all. Spiidi turning around, just tap s1mple twice, and tap, he will fall. 2 players left on HR, and this should be a bomb plant, at least for PENTA, as they rotate, coming in a bit late from the HellRaisers side. Now kUcheR from dark, and he gets the headshot on the Starks, peeks back, does not want to play too much of an aggressive position. STYKO with another, making it a 2-2. Remember, Spiidi, kRYSTAL do not have armor, so this is exponentially more difficult, and kRYSTAL taking so much damage with that AK shot. Spiidi will refrag. STYKO falling down, and here is final frag on a kUcheR. Well done, PENTA, on pretty much an eco with only Tech9s in hand. They're able to shut down HellRaisers, and 9-5 is already not the best position to be in. 10-5 for PENTA would be just fantastic. A double op play from HellRaisers, just putting everything on the line in the last round of this first half.
Yeah, but the problem is, from a HellRaisers point of view, how can you let PENTA do that to you? You said they were on an eco. One of the PENTA players managed to sneak in towards the B bomb site and kill s1mple onto short, and s1mple had no idea that a player could potentially come from there. Like I said earlier on, this isn't the normal HellRaisers we're used to seeing play, and you can argue they're mistakes, they're little mistakes, but in truth they're massive mistakes. And HellRaisers, they've got to oil things up and get back into action if they are going to stand a chance of at least winning this map. It is a best of 3, of course, so it's not the end of the world just yet for them. s1mple has actually changed position over from the B bomb site towards the jungle/connector area. STYKO is right-hand man. He'll put a Molotov in to force some players out. And now all HellRaisers can really do at this point is try and run down the clock. They roughly know where the PENTA players are going to be coming from. Let's see whether they can repel the attack.
Oskar trying to nail the shots here, but Struts with a perfectly timed flash comes in. Angel refrags, and s1mple, the flick of the wrist. He grabs the shot to make it 4-2. Spiidi taps it on, and s1mple flicks again. he takes down another player from the Penta German side. And last is tabseN. It's a 3 versus 1. And Oskar lands the final shot. 6-9 will be the final scoreline of this first half. Well done. Penta have to be extremely happy with this one.
Sorry, what was that? 6-9. Milos, how old are you?
Much there. What, mentally or physically?
Let's not go there. But anyways, Penta, if they could win this pistol round and make it 2 pistol rounds so far this map, then personally I can only see one winner, especially with them being on the CT side. If HellRaisers win it and make it another 2 in a row, make it 9-9, then they will even things up at 9-0 and the game will be wide open. But here we go. HellRaisers looking to raise hell over towards B. Lovely USP kill from tahsiN. Gonna make it a double and a triple. Phenomenal play. Brilliant USPS work. And you know what? He's gonna make it 4 as well. Great play from the Penta man. And Penta will finally march into double digits. 10-6.
Yeah, this is not good at all. And in this situation, HellRaisers should be going for Technotomar play, and this is what we should be seeing. There we go. So usually, if you're able to get a bomb plant on the first round on the pistol, then you eco the first round, then you buy on round 3. If you win the round, then you just buy all out. Or if you don't get anything, you play Technotomar. But Penta not gonna leave anything here to chance. They have 4 rifles in hand, 2 FAMASas, an M4A1S and an M4A4, and they should help a lot if they can keep those HellRaisers away. And here is frag number 1. He turns around, spotting Angel as well. Here is tabseN with one of his own. This is going terribly for HellRaisers, and here is a third to top it all off. Angel, STYKO, last 2 alive as Angel trying to play through the angles themselves, through the set pieces, but Strugs just sets him down. And here's one from kRYSTAL to end the round. Well done, Penta 11-6, and HellRaisers are on a full eco again.
They are, and Penta will know now that their opponents won't have any armor, that they invested armor into the last round along with the Tech 9s or the Rec 9s and so forth. And it should be pretty clean and easy round for them. Nade going down towards top of mid, not dealing any damage though. In fact, dealing a bit of damage to Telly onto Angel. tabseN looking to chime in with a kill of his own from connector, and he is going to snap off the head of Angel. He's actually looking to see if he can get more. He gets the double. Spiidi now is going to come in and say, thank you very much for doing the damage. I'll finish things off with my UMP. And now Simple looks to try and clutch, but he couldn't do it in the end. 12-6 is the score. And HellRaisers are finally going to pull the AK-47s out. Let's see what they can do.
Yeah, one has to wonder at this point, what is going on with HellRaisers? You know, is it the comms? Is it just...
Well, like I said, 2 stand-ins at the end of the day.
Yeah.
1 stand-in you can deal with most of the time. But the second you've got 2 stand-ins, you're essentially not even a team anymore. It becomes so much more tougher to try and coordinate plays. And that failed smoke doesn't really help either.
Yeah, with 2 stand-ins, you're pretty much a UK CSGO team at that point. Penta Sports... Penta Sports... obviously have been playing for quite some time together, and they're playing pretty fantastically here. 12-6 is extremely respectable against a team like HellRaisers at this point, and well, rifles still in hand. It's still a 4v4. Angel being spotted down in a lower dark and try to make the move. You can see the bomb being rotating in, but with a minute left, HellRaisers still are not 100% sure of where to go to.
They're not. Oskar predicted that someone may have pushed the A side of the map. tabseN has dealt a bit of damage towards a HellRaiser player trying to go from mid towards underground. But even though Strugs is actually rotating outside of B, Oskar and Simple are taking the bomb, in fact, towards that bomb site. kRYSTAL and Strugs now to try and hold on to their dear lives. It's a 4 versus 2. Strugs gets one, kRYSTAL gets another, and it's suddenly doable. It's a 2-on-2. Both the Germans trying to stick together as a team, as a unit over towards the A bomb site. But now the retake is on. Over to B they go. They're through the junction, and now they're going to go in search of Simple and the rest of his HellRaisers family. They spot him. Can they kill him? Oh no, they've gone right past each other, and Simple's right behind him. They're going to run past him, and kRYSTAL somehow with the Rec 9 takes off the face of Simple. That was one hell of a round. They managed it in the end. Fantastic retake from PENTA, but questions have to be asked. It was 4 versus 2 HellRaisers. Can you throw more, please? Not acceptable. Even with 2 stand-ins, not acceptable.
Yeah, this is a pretty darn difficult situation to be in. A 2v4 suddenly turning into a 2v2, and then, Simple trying to play, those smoked plays, trying to play ninja a bit, does not work at all, and he ends up just dying. And PENTA right now just want to break the HellRaiser sides. They're going in full aggro down at mid, but Angel does not care. He's going in, he's got some support behind him, and on Palace, there's 4 players in, but kRYSTAL rotating, grabs the very first flip shot, unable to get a second flip. There we go, here's another one, Spiidi with another, and Simple finally able to spray down Spiidi, but equalizing it 2v2 might not be the best case scenario for you, as we saw before. Even on 4v2, PENTA able to take it. Here's tahsiN waiting around for the angle, perfect flash to take down Simple, and last alive is oskar. On his own with that AK in hand, down to 36 health. Shooting at the wrong angle.
He's got it! 14-6. oskar isolated out a connector with just that smoke. And even though it was in theory a perfect plant for him.
Yeah, but that was very smart from tahsiN, because if you saw it on the X-ray, what happens that tahsiN wasn't diffusing it from the angle that oskar was waiting for. It was diffusing from the other angle, which means that all the shots that tahsiN would have shot in that situation would have actually won the round for them. But because of that positioning and the smart point from tahsiN, anticipating maybe, or even just getting lucky at that point, pretty much just won it out at the end. But Simple taken down for the first frag of this round. HellRaisers feeling the burn. They have pretty much nothing in hand, no cash at all. And first kill for PENTA. That too.
Angel manages to decimate tabseN through that smoking connector. oskar boosts himself in midair to try and take control of window room. And oh no! Angel just about saves the life of one of his teammates. I think the CT was trying to stay quiet, and Angel will make it a hat-trick for him of kills this round. And maybe, just maybe, this is the kickstart that the HellRaisers need. kRYSTAL and Spiidi now to try and repeat what happened a few rounds earlier. The Angel will make it 4. Very well flanked by him off short, straight into B, and round the back where he knew kRYSTAL was hiding, because kRYSTAL got a kill early on. And PENTA's economy has finally been broken.
Took a bit of a while here. We're going to have a quick pause. Hopefully that's for HellRaisers to think about what they've been doing so far. That round is something, but it's definitely not something you can really live off of, especially when PENTA are on 14-7 on the more favored side of this map. Have to really think about your situation. Buying up the AWP, who are they giving it to oskar? This is extremely good to have, because you're going to need those shots to actually shut down the PENTA players. And it seems like PENTA might just are they going for a force buy? Not too sure.
The thing is, they had one player who had around $7,000 in tahsiN, so they could perhaps, try and force things up. But I feel like, given the fact that they've currently got 14 rounds and their opponents have got 7, they've got a lot of breathing space, and they don't have to really make any harsh and rash decisions like that. Personally, if it was up to me, I wouldn't go for it, but they can do if they want.
But what do you think about the situation now? If this is a save, then I'm not the biggest fan of oskar actually buying the AWP, especially how we've been seeing PENTA handling the pistols, especially in that first half. If you lose that AWP, that is a massive investment in the round, and I think versus an eco, it's not going to pay out at all, because remember, $100 is all you get for a single kill with that AWP, and HellRaisers right now are fairly cash-strapped, so they are putting a lot of investment in this round. I'm not the biggest fan of an op play, though.
I see where you're coming from. I mean, at the end of the day, the main thing that sort of lights up for me is the fact that we've seen oskar mainly open for this HellRaisers main side so far this game, as opposed to Simple. But as long as he gets entry kills like that, who cares? Double from oskar. Well, Milos, you said you didn't want him to AWP. He heard you. He's made you pay the price and eat your own words. Angel knows Spiidi's going to be hiding in connector. And tabseN will deagle him in the face instead. And maybe, just maybe, oskar can make it 5. Can he get the ace? Let's wait and see.
I think the amount of times that I've had to eat my words, that's how I got this spat. That's probably why. That Spiidi trying to fight off down mid. Oskar spotted, finally taken down. Good lord, that took a while. Simple. They spotted. Nonetheless, he will be able to get a final double spray. That'll be up 14-8 for HellRaisers, for PENTA still, but HellRaisers able to bank up a second round in this half. Not too shabby, but PENTA now on the rifles, and it's a pretty darn cool round for them as they do have an op to fight them off, and it is on kRYSTAL.
It is. We're going to have a battle of AWPers at mid. kRYSTAL versus Oskar. Nice smoke going down to prevent kRYSTAL from being able to spot if anyone crosses. And that will force him to maybe fall back into a slightly more defensive passive position, or maybe hold the apps area from the jungle. But contact has been found over towards the B-bomb site. It's tahsiN versus, I believe that was Simple, but no frags exchanged just yet. And it's still 5-on-5, still anyone's round. But a crucial round you have to feel for HellRaisers.
Extremely important for them here. They need to start shutting down PENTA. If they can shut down PENTA in this one, then next round PENTA are going to have to eco. And this is just going to snowball round after round after round, and HellRaisers will at least have a fighting chance. tabseN is holding off by Stair on a Angel, just trying to pull off the distraction, and just getting a single kill is massive, since his entire job here was just to distract the PENTA players. Here's Spiidi moving back into CT. This bomb is going to get moved to the B side, and the push happening. Simple leading the charge yet again. Boss one takes him down. This is the opener. All rotate coming in from PENTA to try and fend off the HellRaisers' assault, but Simple already taken down. Strugs, nice headshot there. STYKO all the way on the side itself, trying to secure it for his teammates, but already PENTA do not want to risk it. They know how important this round is for the HellRaisers' cash, momentum, and morale, so that's very important for them to try and get as many kills as possible, try to survive at the end of it, and keep that op and M4 in hand.
Yeah, I still feel like that last round, the player who pushed through kUcheR could have maybe waited a little bit, and the retake may have been on 3 versus 4 for PENTA, rather than leave his teammates in a 4 versus 2. But credit where it's due to kRYSTAL. He managed to get 2 frags, but kUcheR's going to finally turn him off this round. That AWP will unfortunately get lost. They couldn't find Spiidi, however. And yeah, I think we will see Spiidi just try and see what he can do, what magic he can work with this M4. And wow, actually the rest of PENTA, we've got tabseN and tahsiN who've actually opted to buy up armor. So this is interesting. Don't really feel like it's worth the investment, but with the P250, they can get really up close and personal. It does turn into a one-shot headshot weapon. So let's see what he can do. He's got underground, but oh no, he got aim punched in the end. He had no helmet. Angel's Mac 10. So see you later to tahsiN. Spiidi will return the frag. They're being traded underground. But at 4 versus 4, this situation favours the T's, and Strugs is just going to get barbecued alive towards B.
Yeah, this is a very smart play here as Spiidi gives his rifle up to tabseN, so they can have, the player with the most armor and health to actually keep tabs with the rifle that they have, so they can have less effect of that aim punch, help them out on the actual rifle control. It seems like PENTA rotating back on the A side might have actually read this perfectly. Simple, looping up, headshot on a tabseN, and he's down to 11 health. Spiidi refrags almost immediately. Still a 3v3. USB in hand. kRYSTAL makes 1. And Angel still set with the Mac 10 in hand. Grenade trying to come in to grab a frag of his own. Here we go. Down to 2. Oskar with a 1-tap on the Strugs. And the USB in range. What can kRYSTAL do? Simple down. Still USP, kRYSTAL on 10 health, Angel on 40, but he does have that armor. This is such a difficult one, and Angel will end up winning the round. 14-10, HellRaisers. Ladies and gentlemen, stream chat, Twitch, wherever you are, is this the comeback that we've been waiting for?
What do you reckon? Do you think it is?
I genuinely think so. At this point, PENTA have to be feeling it. This is the round in my mind. If PENTA lose this round, HellRaisers should be able to make at least some sort of a comeback, at least make it, 14-13 or something like that. Would be very, very close. But still then, there are so many things that you have to analyze as well. Be extremely difficult to actually call. Here we go. First frag from kUcheR on a Spiidi.
Solid stuff from kUcheR. Spiidi bit off more than he could chew. And tahsiN actually faced towards a B bomb side as well. PENTA, 2 soldiers down as they look to push on towards this B bomb site and take control of it. But this is a big but. PENTA have in fact rotated 2 players around, leaving only 1 player over towards the A bomb site in connector. If they can smoke off connector and mount a push onto B, then this may happen. Now, rally the troops, push into either of these 2 bomb sites, and you really should hear HellRaisers be able to outnumber any defenders, and Simple will get the opening kill into connector to open up the doors of the A bomb site, plant down onto connector, and kRYSTAL finds himself trying to save that AWP again.
This is starting to get a bit hazy. Remember, no kills at all for the PENTA side in this round. Now, starting to get more and more difficult, and with kRYSTAL left alive, that op in hand, he's just going to lob a flashbang in and try to run away. He takes a bit of damage doing so, but I don't know if Oskar can actually get the frag at the end of it. If actually, oh, this could be terrible. If kRYSTAL falls, this can be. This is as terrible as it can get. PENTA right now are back on the pistols. Now they're going to be buying up. Where is it? Yes, they're going to be buying up some pistols trying to counter these armor that HellRaisers have. HellRaisers should have a pretty easy run and make it 14-12. But where does it come to? They're going to be stacking up 3 players on the A side. Actually, no actual stack on any one of the sites. And HellRaisers, they want to keep away. They know that this is an eco, and there's no reason for them to go full-on aggressive. Just keep at range, use your AKs, use your AWP. And look at that, kRYSTAL, Spiidi moving up. They boosted up to the second side here on the ledge. kUcheR spots that one, but the Deagle, or the USB at the end of it here, kRYSTAL able to land a single frag to open a bit of this game here for PENTA and relieve some of the pressure. Looking like a B push. Angel takes down one, Strokes won't get anything with that CZ. Still, casking, or tahsiN is left behind. Full set here. What can they do? He's playing with that Deagle in hand. He's going for the body shot, and indeed grabs one, but Simple jumping down and able to get the op shot. STYKO will get the bomb down, and kRYSTAL last alive. I think it's just safer to save up that AK.
It's always kRYSTAL who finds himself last man standing, trying to hold on to what he's got. You called it, Milosh. You said you felt that the comeback was going to be real. You felt that the comeback was on, and HellRaisers definitely want that to occur. Let's bear in mind that this is PENTA's map pick, and that HellRaisers started the second half.
Though in the meantime, maybe we can talk a second about this. Do you think actually a team's map pick, like, does it have that much of an effect? At least in this, what is technically a second tier of teams, not really, well, HellRaisers obviously, but like a very, very high tier where we see, you know, TSM VP, TSM racking on some of the maps. I think it really ties into those map picks.
Sorry, man, I've got no idea what you just said. I genuinely, I was trying to understand what you were saying, and I was just like,
well,
wait.
Do you think actually a team picking a certain map? So let's say now PENTA picking Mirage, they have a significant advantage on it just because they picked the actual map.
Well, it depends. When you compare both these sides, you can compare what HellRaisers are capable of on a map like Mirage. Even though it was PENTA's map pick, my money was still going to go towards HellRaisers on Mirage. But the fact they have 2 stand-ins, and Mirage being such a team-orientated map, and PENTA being a very strong team on it as well, we've seen them actually compete at quite a few offline events on it, and it is one of their favoured maps, then I do have to favour PENTA on it, yes, and the scoreboard reflects that. But HellRaisers, they've taken a bit of time to warm up, and it looks like they are finally all guns blazing. Where's the bomb going? It's currently retreating back towards the outside of A. Only Strugs towards that B bomb site by himself. And I think it's going to be a good old-fashioned set-piece take of the A bomb site. But oh no, Simple ran straight into connector, and tabseN was waiting behind the corner. He failed to clear it. And here we go, the blitz towards A begins.
STYKO lobbing that Molotov all the way to the back of CT. A bit of extra damage done, but Spiidi is still on 52 health. Still cannot peek with the amount of rifles that are looking at him, and kUcheR frag one, and oh my god, Angel with one, STYKO stopping that plant. just to get the final frag, and Strugs on his own by stairs will get taken down 14-13. HellRaisers are coming back into this, and this point, do PENTA force buy? Yes, they will. YOLO, or as the Germans say it. I don't know. What is YOLO in German? I want to hear that. I want to learn something today. Well, they're going to be buying up a lot of armor, that AWP in the hands of kRYSTAL, 2 Deagles, Hamas. And there's not a lot to work with here, not a lot of accessories in general, and kRYSTAL being taken down. This is so massive now. PENTA losing the op, their best accessory in this round, and here's the second one from STYKO. I don't know how they can come back into this round.
Angel, little does he realize that Spiidi is very, very close by, anticipated it well, and will take off his skull. And now Strugs and tabseN all alone. PENTA are falling like flies, and they have finally gotten the intel on where tabseN is hiding. That clock ticks down, and HellRaisers wait to try and pick up this bomb and head towards one of these 2 bomb sites. They may have caught a glimpse of tabseN. Does Angel realize? He definitely realizes now. And there we have it. 14 all.
Hey, you were talking at the start. You were saying at the start, oh well, you know, HellRaisers, you know, they're not doing anything. PENTA just pretty much wrecking face. Well, if actually HellRaisers come back and win this, I mean, Just listen to me from now on, kinda. There's no way around it. And PENTA going for full aggro play. 3 players, 1 from window, 2 on mid itself. Will be able to force back oskar and STYKO, but they are holding the angle. Frag for frag. Down on CT. Here's another one though from tabseN. kRYSTAL down on window, takes one down, and this is 2 players left alive for HellRaisers. It might just be PENTA actually going for a 15-14. Op in hand, STYKO with the AK. Strugs now starting to lurk back as he moves into apartments. That push going to be happening on the A site. kUcheR on Palace. And here's one, the jump up from tabseN to take him out. And STYKO. Rest in Pepperinos all on his own. PENTA now, our map point.
There we go, HellRaisers. This is their chance to take us to overtime. And there it is, the opener from oskar towards the top of mid. And can PENTA Sports even things up? tahsiN thinks he can, taking that AWP towards B and makes it a 4-on-4. STYKO and Angel, they've got control of mid. tabseN somehow managed to go aggressive outside of A, and he's made kUcheR pay the price for not watching it correctly. And who's going to get the next frag? Oh my god, Spiidi just walked straight past one of the HellRaiser players. He's somehow made his way out alive, but they're completely missing each other. They have no idea where they are. Finally kills him with the Desert Eagle. And this is going straight down to the wire.
This is a bit of a sloppy but crazy play. STYKO somehow able to get the final frag. Those should not have happened at all. That situation is terrible for you to be in if you are HellRaisers. And the bomb's going to get ferried to the B side. STYKO, it's all onto him here. If he can take down tahsiN, this can actually be a chance for the HellRaisers side. Grenade being lobbed in. Molly to try to push back the PENTA side. But 17 health left on STYKO. That push from oskar needs to net 1 or 2 frags here. It is all ogre. There you go. tahsiN with 1. Last is STYKO on 17 health versus 3. I don't see this going anywhere other than in PENTA's way. STYKO, he knows. Strugs just waiting for the time to peak. Know exactly what's going on here. They hear what's going on. They hear that AK, and here we go.